What's up, babe?
So what do you want to talk about, babe?
So, they're doing a recall election in California.
Of Gavin Newsom?
That's right.
Okay.
That's correct.
Alright. What did old
Does
Gavin,
it even matter?
What did old Gavin do?
Does it even matter?
What did old Gavin do? What did Gavin do?
So, does it even matter? Is anybody that get elected going to change how the state of California is ran?
I mean, why are they kicking him out?
Well, basically, I mean, they recalled him because he had done such... Basically, he had done such ridiculous things during the pandemic to hurt California businesses, to make people leave California.
So why was he able to run again? That's the part I don't understand.
Well, see, he's like defending himself. Basically, like they voted to recall him, to have a recall election. If enough people vote yes to the recall, then he gets recalled, and whoever they want to switch it out.
But my thing is, how relevant is that? He's been in office for how many
3
years? 3?
Yeah.
So it's like now all of a sudden after 3
Yeah. So
years,
whoever gets in is only going to have a year until the next election.
Oh.
That's kind of the point. Like they're not going to change anything in a year.
Right.
So is it like this is just government pandering to save face for the bad job they did?
I guess. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. That you can
be recalled, yeah.
I mean, how much funds, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, all kinds of companies have donated to Gavin Newsom's campaign. And those companies, like, got special treatment during the pandemic.
But I'm saying to recall somebody, how much does that cost to do?
A lot.
Yeah, so it's like...
And they could do mail-in ballots. Again.
They really did get special treatment, those companies?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they were allowed to come into California, film videos. Netflix is one of them.
They donated to his campaign?
Netflix donated to his campaign, yeah.
Well, that's not fair.
So do you think...
What do you think?
This is going to help, or...
What do you think?
I don't think this is going to fix California at all. I think it's a complete waste of time. You know...
They should just let him finish out his
It's
year?
basically like the impeachment trials for Trump. Right? It's it's great if you want to say he's doing a bad job and you want to get rid of him or he did something illegal. But at the end of the day, it was a big hoax and a waste of time.
Right.
Right? It was just government posturing, basically. Like, instead of fixing the real problems. So, like, at least meet Kevin Paffrath, actually came up with some ideas to try to help. Even though I don't agree with the ideas. At least he was coming up with something other than, we'll just let people die on the street. And let everybody be homeless because they can't have a job because I shut them all down.
I mean, they already had a problem with homelessness already in California before the pandemic, so...
Right, it just escalated it. The pandemic escalated it big time. Right?
Yeah, so, I don't know.
They got water shortages.
I think...
fires, earthquakes.
Excuse me. I think California is just going to become a ghost town eventually, or it's going to just be...
But it's one of the most beautiful states in the entire country, like...
Well, if they
got oceans and mountains and prairies, and I mean it's very similar to North Carolina where we got oceans and prairies and mountains.
But I'm saying if they're going to bust out people and put people in camps and stuff that some people are proposing, like eventually California is just going to be for the rich people.
Right. I mean, it already is because you can't afford to rent or buy there.
So
as a normal person without rent control. Right.
So whose job is that?
What, the rent control?
To fix all that.
Well.
Right. Nobody's.
Well, you got to get the government regulation out of the way so that entrepreneurs can go in there and fix it. Right?
Yeah.
Like if they won't allow you to build so that people will have homes and build a certain type of home, you know, so families can go in there and live, or apartment complexes or whatever you need to do to, you know, fix the problem. Right? Like entrepreneurs can't fix it if the government doesn't allow them to fix it.
Right.
Right? So
yeah.
Anyway, you know, I think Gavin Newsom's going to end up being out, but I don't think that.
You think he's going to go to jail?
No.
They're trying to make him go to jail?
No, he's not being impeached like that. But
they're just trying to get him out.
They're just trying to get him out so that businesses that are still shut down and closed down can't. Will you quit messing with your hair like that? Businesses that are still shut down and closed down can open back up.
I'm sorry.
You know.
I just don't know how it's looking like on the screen, so I'm trying.
Looks amazing, baby. You know that.
Whatever.
So.
Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt. I feel bad. I don't really know much about that situation because we don't live in California.
Right.
So
it definitely doesn't matter to us, but.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I mean, we should know about what's going on in California. Right. Just like New York, when they shipped all those people to North Carolina, all those homeless people here,
right,
gave them $15,000 and dropped them off.
You put a bus ticket and sent them to Fayetteville.
Yeah, or there's other places they sent them to. I think Rocky Mount was one of them.
Places where there's no jobs.
There's no jobs there.
At least send you to a place where there's a job.
Right.
You know?
And that didn't make any sense. But, I mean, that affected us. Because they literally took their homeless population and dumped them over here. Mm-hmm. Instead of helping them solve the problem there.
Right. Just said, here, go be somebody else's problem.
Right. Like that, how does that make you feel as a human being? Like garbage, like you don't matter.
Well, I mean, how does that make you feel as a North Carolinian who most of our state, like the average, if you excluded the cities in our state, mm-hmm. the average salary would be like $22,000 a year, and they gave them $15,000 to come down here to live. Basically, almost everything that a normal North Carolinian makes.
Right.
Which is insane.
That is insane. I worked 2 jobs one time in the past to make $15,000
right
a year. So to just be handed that, I mean, yeah, but I'm still going back to the humanitarian part of it. Like, how does it make you feel as a homeless person? Like, sorry, we can't help you, but maybe giving you this $15,000 or however much, and we send you somewhere else to start over. Like, they still have the same issues. They still don't have a place to live. You didn't help them set up a place to live.
Right.
They know nothing about the area.
They have no mental health. They have no drug rehabilitation.
Right. So it was just like pushing them off
to have a
problem somewhere else. You can't get the veterans
help with their PTSD.
It's just dismissing them, and it's kind of sad. I mean, even walking in downtown Charlotte, right? I mean, right there underneath the overpass, there were homeless people living there. Mm-hmm. There's a homeless shelter, a men's homeless shelter, right in the area that we were in.
Right.
So, I mean, we already have people that aren't getting the help they need here. Why are you sending more of them to us? So, anyways, just pushing the problem.
But who runs the state of California is a big deal. Mm-hmm. And this recall election is not going to do anything to change it.
Right. Just let him finish out his year or bow down respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And then start fresh. I mean, that's all they can do. I mean, I don't see why spending all that money.
The problem is if Newsom gets out and Larry Elder is allowed to become the governor, mm-hmm. right, the Republican candidate, mm-hmm. right, the Democrat Congress of California is not going to work with Larry Elder to do anything. So then that forces Larry Elder to be a dictator governor as well. It's the same problem. You have to fix the problem together in Congress.
I mean, my solution is just to have Congress have terms.
Right. Well, they're never going to vote to have terms on their lifelong
They should, though.
free pass, basically.
They should. Because obviously these people aren't doing what they should be doing for us as the people. And they're so disconnected from us as the people because they've been the chosen one for 60 years. They don't know what happened over the course of 60 years. They're not out there talking to people like in reality.
No.
They're not talking to people that they used to be because they get whatever they want.
But that's why...
Unless they personally are affected by something, they're not gonna, or their family is personally affected, they don't care.
I'm gonna say I'm interested more to see what the voter turnout's gonna be
For
the recall election, more than what the actual results are gonna be.
You're saying like they have to vote on it, a recall.
Yep. So we'll see how many people vote. I'm Nate.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is the So What You Want to Talk About podcast.
So, what you want to talk about?
Make sure you like,
comment,
subscribe,
share with a friend.
Thank you for following along.
Check out Ensorsale.com where we sell custom t-shirts. Check out Sin's Crunchy Jerky. Get you some crunchy jerky.
And make sure you pick up a copy of Meredith's book, London in the Googly Goo.
Available on Amazon.
Thank you for making her a best-selling author.
Woo woo. Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you in episode 2.